Hello everyone, it's Monika and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm coming to you with a step-by-step tutorial for sidestep a card. I showed you that card a few weeks ago when I was showing you my samples for this collection with those beautiful panels. So let me show you how to create it. So first of all, we need to draw ourselves a line to know until which point we're going to do the scoring. So from each side I'm marking 2 1/4 of an inch, and this way it will help me to do the score line. So let me just join it together. Then after, once I do the scoring, I can erase that pencil mark. If you've got any other ways how to create a stepper card, you can share it with me as well. So now we need our scoreboard. I'm using Martha Stewart score. No, it's We Are Memory Keeper scoreboard. I'm sorry, I've got the Martha Stewart, but the small one, small version. That's the Martha Stewart. This one is a We Are Memory Keeper 12 by 12 scoreboard. And now we need to score first of all at 1 inch. So that's why I've got that pencil mark to know until which point I need to do my score lines. So 1 inch, then 2, then 6 3/4, and then we need to flip it around, and then we need to do one more score line at 5 3/4. So you've got something like this. So that's going to be our front card, and you can keep this side steps on left or right, depending on which side you're going to use. I prefer to keep it on my right, so that's what I'm going to do. So let me move my scoreboard, and now what we need to do, I will erase the pencil marks in the places which we don't need to cut. So we keep this part, yes, so we only going to cut from the first score line up to the third one. I hope you can see everything. So now we need to cut that pencil mark. So let me bring my cutting mat, which I use for cutting, and of course you need metal ruler and some craft knife. And now I will probably go very quiet because I need to focus, because you know it has to be a straight line. So let me get up. It's not very easy to do it on camera, and I'm just trying to make sure that it's really straight. Let me see if I pressed it hard enough. Yes, so that's done. I'm putting all my things away so you can see everything what I'm doing, and now it's time to erase that pencil mark. So I'm using A4 paper. So now once we're going to fold all the score lines, you will see, and I'm going to flip this one around, so I will have my step on my right. So we need mounting, valley, and mounting fold. And now we're going to burnish everything. I'm just trying to see if I've got everything straight. So I just needed to make sure that everything is straight. So now time to burnish everything. And this is very important, just to do a proper scoring. in the right places, then to burnish, and then we're going to cut our card base to size. My card base will be 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. So now, as you can see, I've got that little edge which I need to cut off. And I need to cut off this side as well. Probably you can't see what I'm doing at this stage, but this is important for me to do it straight. And now we've got our side stepper card base. So when I unfold everything, you can see that we did the scoring. So we did 1 inch, 2 inches, and 6 3/4. Then I turned it over and did another score line until that pencil mark at 5 inches and 3/4. If you want me to repeat anything, or if you want me to write everything in the comment, I can do that as well. Just let me know. If I will have the time, I will actually do the measurements and I will add it to my Buy Me a Coffee page, which I have. So now I prepared myself some mats and layers. So as you can see, I'm using matte black card, and I'm using Say It With Flower collection by Crafter's Companion. So that's the paper pad I'm using. Of course, I will link everything below the video. So this one measures 2 inches by 4.5. And those smaller pieces are 2 inches by 3/4. So we need 2 of those. And of course, a layer is 5 millimeters or 1/4 of an inch smaller. So that's what I'm going to do. So let me actually adhere it now. So I will have that one ready. So first this one, so 2 inches by 4.5. Let me know if you've done this type of card before. If not, are you going to follow these instructions? Maybe you can use something else if you haven't got that cutting die, or some kind of colored image, or a sentiment and some floral composition. There are so many different ways you can actually use this fancy fold to create a nice card. So yeah, I'm really curious what you're going to create with this fancy fold and for what kind of occasion. If you're going to follow this step-by-step tutorial, please tag me along somewhere on social media. My social media are listed below the video in the description box. So if you want to follow me, I actually had to rebuild my social media. I'm trying to rebuild it actually, because my accounts were being hacked a few months ago. And yes, so if you want to follow me on Instagram, Facebook, you can check also my Buy Me a Coffee page. There is not much, but I think if that would be nice if you could check it out as well. Yes, I'm trying to build a bigger community, and we do actually have a fancy fold craft challenge which we're hosting with other crafters, and we've got a Facebook group. So yes, there is so many things I'm actually involved with. So yes, so we've got this panel which measures 5.5 inches by 3 1/4. And then I think it's time, because I'm going to turn it over, because I will have that beautiful panel which you can see here on this packaging. I'm using this one, Gerbera. And now I think it's time to show you how I inked it. So I'm putting this one aside. I'm bringing my distress ink in shabby shutters and broken china. I've got some orange paper, so I want to color my flowers in blue. So that's what I did on my inspiration, which you probably have seen, because quite a few of you actually asked me to do this video tutorial. And yeah, I hope you enjoy it and you will find this tutorial very useful and easy to follow, because I think that's the most important thing for me, is that you will find it very easy to follow that tutorial. So now I don't want to color my card around this panel, so I'm just putting a bit of paper on the side just to make sure that I will not go over that. So you see that the cutting die works as a stencil in this case. So yeah, you can use that. I don't know if quite a few of you actually wrote that you never have done this before. So I'm just another piece of paper just to cover this side. So I hope you will be inspired by this tutorial and you will create something similar. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to check. You see, can you see how beautiful this panel looks like? So what I did, I die cut this panel, and I use my rubber mat to highlight those resin areas, so it's like embossed. The flowers and leaves looks like they've been embossed. So I hope you like this effect as well. So if you do have your rubber mat somewhere, just please use it because sometimes you can get such a beautiful effect on things like that. So again, this panel measures 5.5 inches by 3 1/4. So of course I need to turn it over. So once I put this panel, you will see only the black. And now it's time to actually bring this another layer of that orange paper. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to die cut it, because you could actually mark it and try to, let me show you, because now I'm going to use this cutting die to create an aperture in this paper. But because it's not that easy, what I'm going to do, I'm going to cut a bigger piece and I will die cut it this way, and then I will put this one underneath and I will just cut it around it. I think this way it works easier for me personally. So let me just die cut the aperture in this design paper and I will be back. So I created the aperture in this panel, and now that's what I meant by helping myself. Instead of doing lots of measurements, what I did, I cut it in a bigger piece. So once I adhere it to this panel, because this is the right size which will go over that black mat. So what I'm going to do, I will adhere it to this one, and then I will turn it over and cut around that white panel. I think this way it works for me. Maybe you've got a better idea. It's all up to you how you're going to create it. But this way it works for me. I know it's a bit of waste of paper, but sometimes I get frustrated with measurements. I think just to help myself, and that's why I do it this way. But yes, let me know if you would do it by measuring everything precisely. Even when I create my mats and layers, I just actually put the paper against my mat, for example, and I mark it with my pencil, and this way, that way it works for me. So I see I can easily maneuver that aperture window over my beautiful panel. And of course I've got some glue all over my mat, but I can fix it really quickly. And as you can see now, I just need to cut around it. So what I'm going to do, I will actually rub this glue off and I will use my guillotine for that. I think it's going to be quicker instead of me fussing with my scissors. So again, turn this over Maybe it's going to be better this way. And just gently cut those bits which we don't need, and this way you can create this beautiful panel really quickly. And I think I like the way I did it, but if you prefer to do it in different way, this is up to you. So my panel is ready. I only wasted just a little bit of paper, which is fine. I'm not going to worry about that. And I can put those layers together. So that's my matte. This is matte black card from Crafter's Companion. That's what I do. I buy a lot of cards, white multi-purpose card to create my card bases, and matte black card from both of them from Crafter's Companion. Very good quality, and yeah, works out quite well as well. They do have some offers as well. I think at the moment there is an offer. I think I've seen an email. If I remember, I'm going to check my email. I'm going to put the offer somewhere on the top for Crafter's Companion, so you can use that offer if you want to do some shopping. Yes, and I'm really happy with the way this card looks like. I forgot to switch on my hot glue for the ribbon because I've got the ribbon, a bow created already, and I really like it. I like the way it looks. It stands really nicely because all the score lines are really nicely burnished, and because there are some layers, it gives more strength as well. And I'm going to use this sentiment this time. This sentiment comes from, I don't know if it's still available, Positive Thoughts by Crafter's Companion. Again, I love sentiments, and this one has quite a lot of different beautiful ones. I am using Don't Be Afraid to Be Great. You can and you will, sending love. I'm here for you. You are strong. You are enough. You are strong. You are loved. Live your dream, and many more. I love this set, and I do use it quite often. So now I'm going to adhere. You see, I put too much foam pads, but that's okay. I'm going to remove one of them because I don't need that much. I only need that little bit on here because otherwise it will be too much, and I don't want to stick it over that side. So trying to make sure that it's straight. I think maybe it's a bit too long, but that's fine. So yeah, I'm just checking if it's standing up really nicely, and I'm adding the bow as well. My hot glue is ready, so I can adhere it. I use hot glue for my ribbons or any embellishments, just for speed as well. And I really wanted to add some pearls over here, so let me add a little bit of glue. And I've got this little pot with some pearls inside. I just need to find my tweezers, which are here, or maybe I should use the blue ones. Let's see, should I use the blue ones? Yeah, definitely. I love those blue gems. I've got different colors as well, so yeah, it's nice to have a few different pearls, gems, because you never know what will be handy. So this is my side stepper card. It stands up really nice. It's really sturdy, and I like it. You can create a step on the left or on the right. It's all up to you. It depends on which way you like it. So I hope you like this step-by-step tutorial. I hope you're going to use it in your card making projects. If you do, please tag me into your post or YouTube channel or any social media. And do check my other social media as well. so you can maybe see any other inspirations I have for you. So thank you so much for watching. Let me know what do you think about this project. If you're going to follow this tutorial, please also let me know if it's easy to follow. Maybe I can change something, adjust, or think of different way of actually giving the information. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye for now.